Hello guys, welcome. So in this today's session, we are going to install the Docker container engine. So on that container engine, we are going to run the multiple containers, right? So first let me give the high level abstraction of how Docker works. Then we will try to install the Docker container engine. So then we can install our different types of the container, right? So this is nothing but my hardware, right? So it is nothing but my hardware means this is whatever the laptop I am working on this. So this is my hardware. So under this hardware I have installed the Windows operating system, right? So on top of my hardware I have installed the Windows operating system. So now what we have to do is, right, we want to install the multiple containers. So containers you can think in terms of the operating system like that. So if what containers consist of means it will be having the configurations along with the all the dependencies. So on this you can run the multiple applications, right? So like that we can install as many number of containers we required, right? So for that, if you want to run the multiple containers, we required some software. That software name we called as the container engine. So container engine here means here we are using the Docker container engine. By using this Docker container engine, we are going to run the multiple containers, right? So first we will try to install this container engine, then we will try to install the containers, right? So this is what we are going to do in this today's class, right? So for this I'm going to Amazon Web Services. So for demonstration purpose I'm just using the EC2 instance from the AWS, right? So after just click on connect so that I'm getting SSH. Once it is done, so in my laptop, so to connect AWS instance, so what I'm going to use is I'm going to use the terminal git bash I'm going to use, right? Now I'm coming to change direct to desktop because here I have my PEM file, right? So just I'm going to copy this link, right? So if it is not done, let me copy it one more time. So just let me paste here, right? Now see that it is connected to my AWS machine, right? So let me clear, right? So first step what we have to do is we need to install the container engine, right? So we need to install the Docker container engine. So first let me check that whether I have the Docker is installed or not. So for that I'm using the Docker info command. Now see that no Docker command found, right? So for that first we will install the Docker container engine. For that command is first what we'll do is we'll try to log in using the root account, right? So now I have root privileges. Now what is that command we need to type is m, right? In my case I'm using the Amazon Linux operating system, so you can use the m as the repo, right? So m install, so what is the software name? Docker. So if you don't want to ask in between yes or no, just you press the -y, it means for it is all s, right? So now see that it is going to be installing, right? So we'll wait for some time so that Docker container engine will be installed, right? So once it is done, right, so let me clear this. So what is the command? Earlier we have typed docker info, right? So see that, so client, so this is my Docker runner is installed, right? So now what we have to do is we need to install the packages, right? So then one more thing, so we have Docker container is installed. Now question is that whether it is running or not, right? So for that what is the command we need to type is, right, you type this command, right, just hit enter. Now if you see that it is inactive or dead, it means that it is not running, so we need to make run it, right? So for that what is the command we need to use? System ctl start docker, right? Now it is that docker is start. If you want to start even reboot also, then we need to type this command. So what is that command is sudo systemctl enable. Even after reboot also our container will be in start position only, right? So now we will try to enter the same command. So status of the docker, right? So what is the command? Systemctl status docker, right? Now see that it is running. It means that what we have done here is that, so we have enabled the Docker container engine. Now what we have to do is we need to, right, run the container application. So for that what we have to do is first we need to download the ISO file. ISO file is nothing but we need to download the images. After downloading the images we can run that particular image into operating system, right? So first what we have to do is we need to download the Docker images. If you want to download the Docker images, so the site name is, you can go like here, right? So what is the site name is, just type hub.docker.com, right? So here you will be finding the thousands of the Docker images. For example, let it be I want to install the Linux operating system, right? So see that these are the different types of the Linux operating systems, right? So first let me click on this. First let me, for example, if I want to this Docker official image, so first what we have to do is, the first step is that we have to pull this image, right? So which is currently located at the Docker hub. This I need to pull into my where, so this is my environment, right? So here I need to pull the correct point image. So first what we will do is, just we will type the command Docker images, right? So these are my images which is already presented. Now what I'm going to do is, let me clear first, right? So first I am going to pull the image. So now what we are going to do is, just we are going to pull this image. So for that, just you copy this, or you directly type this command Docker pull alpine size. This is only, it is consist of the 5 MB size. So done. So pull command is copied. Now I am going into in my environment, just paste this one. Now see that using default tag latest, right? If you are not specifying any tags, it will done. So see that it is completed. Now if you want to see that, right, so just type the command Docker images, right? So what is the name of that one? We have downloaded alpine, right? So this is the win. So by default, if you see that, if you are not giving any tag, like tag means version, it may be 5.77, whatever it may be. So whatever the latest version the application is available, that will be pull by default, right? Now how to run this container, right? So for that, what we have to type is Docker run. So what is this image name? Alpine, right? So the moment you type the command alpine, now see that what will be happen. So this is running, right? If you want to check, just type the command Docker ps -a, means process ps. So whatever the all containers are running, we are using the -a option, right? Now see that, so alpine is being run, right? So now what we have done here exactly is that, first on my underlying hardware we have operating system, nothing but I have taken this hardware operating system from the Amazon Linux, nothing but the AWS. Once it is done, so I open this terminal, right? So on this terminal, what I have done is, I have installed the container engine, nothing but the Docker container engine. Once it is done, then I have pulled the images from the hub.docker.com. So then I have run these corresponding containers, right? So this is how we can able to download any kind of images we can run into the application inside of our Docker engine, right? So I hope you understand, guys. Thank you.